The J-point position in my head, my goal here is not necessarily to pass from this position specifically. My goal is for you to fatigue yourself by engaging your core and your upper body. So I have to think of how I'm going to cause this fatigue. So to fatigue the core, I'm going to take your knee away from your chest. Everyone knows defending the guard, the goal is knees to chest always.
So now I'm pushing back into you?
Exactly. I start to take your knee away from your chest, and notice I reinforce my elbow and my knee. So everything here is like my skeletal structure. If I'm using my pec, my bicep, and my forearm to push, now it's my arm and my chest versus your leg and your core. But if I reinforce everything through my skeleton, it's now just a frame here that you're pushing in and I'm using zero energy. Now I want to incorporate your upper body. So to do that, I drop my head. This is immediately going to cause you to keep my head away, but push it, okay? And now it becomes this battle of you're doing a bench press and you're trying to keep your knees to your chest. So you're trying to push, and I start to do things here, make you push me again. And it becomes this battle where you're starting to get tired, but all I'm doing is maintaining a very relaxed position here. And this is where I have success. And this is where people now start to throw high legs and things. And this is when we move into our north-south style passing.
So obviously, we see you outside pass all the time, and we, like, you know, they throw the lasso, you kind of pass from there and everything. We see you pass X guard a lot and stuff, but like most of it is just coming from like the J
point. Yeah.
Okay.
So most of my outside passing starts at this J point because I don't want to pass immediately. If I can pass once, in my head I know I can pass as many times as I want, because I've caused that fatigue that their guard retention is just going to start to fade throughout the match.
Okay, cool. I guess building on that J point, because it's like J point and split squat.
Yes.
Do those kind of go hand in hand?
For sure. Because whenever we're looking at outside pass, the most common response is something here to stop my ability to track to the outside. So this is when we start to incorporate our split squat here. From here, I don't want to keep this sort of key master hook, so I'll always step back, step inside. And I think most of my success comes from my elbow position. A lot of guys here will play split squat, but they'll address the knee in a certain way where they're sort of leaning on it here. My thought is I don't want this leg involved at all. So I place my hand on the ribs and then I reinforce my elbow with my rib cage. So now if you try and high leg, very difficult. If you try and low leg, very difficult. And optimally, when you low leg, so I fill this space with my upper body. Now we're getting into chest to chest positions. This is something I have a lot of success with, is just maintaining a good elbow position and always reinforcing with my shoulder and my hip here.
So like everything we've talked about so far is pretty much sturdy reinforced frames, you know, in like the split squat and J.
Yeah,
point.
When you're as big and fat as I am, it's hard to continually move and try and pull. I want to be as efficient as possible, so I always try and think of how to use as little muscle as possible and just use my structure of my body to fill these gaps and really make it difficult for you to work against me and force you to use your muscle and build lactic acid and fatigue over time.